Hey everyone, Mars JK here. Seeing as the holidays, I've decided to make my top 12 favorite albums of 2013 video. Let's get started. Number 12, Hands Like Houses Unimagined. Had great lyrics, great vocals, great instrumentals, the whole deal. It got kind of bad reviews this year, but I still think it's one of my favorite albums of the year. Number 11, Bless the Fall, Hollow Bodies. If you've seen my review on this, you know why I like it. If not, it has strong songs, strong vocals, and great guest artists except for Open Waters, which I felt was really disappointing and drug this album down. Number 10, Like Moss to Flames, An Eye for an Eye. This album kind of went underrated this year, and I'm surprised about that. It was a great album, it had solid songs, and it didn't feel as repetitive and boring as their first album did. Even checked it out? Give it a try, you might like it. Number 9, Balance and Composure's The Things We Think We're Missing. This album was, again, one of those albums that kind of went underrated for the year, but really had a strong flow throughout it. If you haven't checked it out, give it a shot, you might like it. Number 8, Paramore, their self-titled album. This album was a lot different from their last album, and a lot different. It was unique, it was different, had a great flow to it, and without a doubt, it was probably one of my top 10 listened to albums of the year. Like, I listened to it the most. Number 7, The Dillinger Escape Plan. One of Us is the Killer. Now, I'm not a big Dillinger Escape Plan fan. I don't really listen to them that much. That changed when I listened to this album. A lot of it contained different varieties, different styles that I really enjoyed. So if you haven't listened to it, give it a shot. You might like it. Number 6, A Day to Remember, Common Courtesy. Now I know what you're thinking. Mars Jake, why the hell are you putting that on your list? You gave that a 6 out of 10 in your review. Well, just because I felt the album got a 6 out of 10 doesn't mean that it's not one of my favorite albums of the year. This album was awesome. It had a ton of awesome songs on it, like Sometimes You're the Hammer, Sometimes You're the Nail. And those songs alone is what drove this album up. Why I've listened to this album so much since that review. I don't take back my ratings on that album. I still feel that it deserves a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. But we're moving on. Number 5, Eminem, the Mathers LP2. Now, this was kind of a weird choice. I'm not really big into rap, but I decided to pick it up and give it a shot, and I was not disappointed. It was a great album, ton of awesome lyrics to it, catchy, little controversy, but, it was a great album. I really enjoyed it. Number 4, Silverstein, This Is How the Wind Shifts. This album was a great album. It had a ton of awesome lyrics to it, ton of awesome songs to it, and, it just felt awesome. It felt like old school Silverstein bringing it out again. So, yeah. Number 3, and big 3 contenders of the year, The Wonder Years, The Greatest Generation. By far one of my favorite albums of the year, and is one of the most listened to albums I have on my iPod. Why do I like it so much? I don't really know why. It just resonates, I guess. It has a ton of awesome songs, ton of great lyrics, ton of great instrumentals, and, it just is one of those albums that you really like, but you don't really know why you like it. Number 2, Bring Me the Horizon, Sempiternal. I didn't make this number 1 simply because I have another one that I have number 1 for, and because, there were things about it that I didn't really like, but for the majority of the album, I absolutely loved it. And finally, for my number 1, Let Live, The Black is Beautiful. Now, when I first got this album and I first listened to it, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. After a couple listens to, something finally clicked in my head, and this album made sense. It was beautiful. It had tons of variety, tons of different styles to it. And without a doubt, by far, one of my favorite albums of the year. It is my favorite album of the year, sorry. But yes, Black is Beautiful. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. That's my top 12 favorite albums of 2013. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want, you can leave your top 12, top 10, whatever, favorite albums of the year. Leave number 1 favorite, I don't care. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.